your boy is tired, all right? Your boy is very tired. And your boy has to hold his phone right now because he's in his mom's car, and his mom's car doesn't have the magnet thingy to where I can just sit here and talk with my hands to y'all. So I have to talk with my face, with my mouth. Only reason I want to hop on here for a second, because like I said, I kind of just voice my life to y'all and everything going on in it. And it was actually really cool today, like just a minute ago, literally like oh my goodness, I'm so out of breath. I was in the steam room, but about 5 minutes ago in the steam room, I got to see something that Christians are supposed to do, done by someone just in a worldly sense. Or I got to see I guess the fruits of it, or whatever you want to call it. So about, I don't know, maybe 4 to 6 months ago, whatever. Sorry, I'm dying right now. About 4 to 6 months ago, me and Zach were in the gym, like hitting it hard, all this stuff, right? And we hop in the steam room, and there's this guy who's complaining about his foot hurting, and like his arch being messed up or whatever it was. And as he's saying that, this shorter, bald white guy walks in, and he's just like, my goodness, my voice is messed up. Sorry, that's what the steam room will do to you, bro. Be careful, it'll cook you. But this shorter white, like kind of bald buzz cut dude walks in, and he's like, hey man, like, I couldn't help but overhear you complaining about your foot. I happen to be not a therapist. What's it called? I'm blanking. I happen to be, a therapist, a physical therapist. He's like, I happen to be a physical therapist. I'm sitting here thinking of never mind. And he's like, I happen to be a physical therapist, man. Like, do you mind if I, look at your feet for a second and just, maybe I can tell you what's going on. And he looks at his feet for a second, and he tells him what the problem is, and he tells him what solutions have worked for him in this space or whatever. And he gives him like a direct answer of what to do. And he had told him get some insoles and whatever into his shoes to where it would help his arch with his foot. And today, 4 to 6 months later, I see this guy about 10 minutes ago now, or whatever that is. And I see him walk into that steam room, and immediately I'm like, that guy's a physical therapist who knows how to help me with anything with my feet. And it's kind of cool because I instantly related him to the thing that he connected himself with physical therapy and with being able to help heal, or not heal, but help find a solution to someone's pain. And to me, it just hit me instantly. Like when he walked in, it instantly hit me, because I was like, man, this is how we're supposed to be as Christians. Like, when we hear someone talking about something going on in their life, we are supposed to be the ones that like, hey man, I happen to follow Jesus, and I from my personal experience have found the solution to these things that you're talking about. Do you mind if we talk, and I can tell you about the King of the universe, the one who can fix everything you could ever tell me that you have going on that's wrong. And I have found a hope and a joy and a peace and just a comfort in the arms of this guy, this carpenter from 2,000 years ago, that has felt like nothing else I've ever tried. And what if number one, what if we did what he did with physical therapy, but with our faith? And anytime we have the opportunity to help someone and to speak up, we do. But then think about this. Think about the fruits of this. I never kind of thought about that fully this way. Thinking about the people around that may hear you say that. Because I had nothing to do with that conversation with the physical therapist guy. But now every time I see him, especially today, in the same steam room that it happened in originally, I can't help but think about him being a physical therapist, and I can't disconnect that from him. That's part of his identity for the way I view him. How much more should that be part of our identity as followers of Jesus? And how beautiful would it be if people overhear the conversations we have, not because we're trying to be prideful or show that we're awesome, we're not, but we know the one who is awesome. We know the one who is amazing. We know the one who is the answer to all the problems. And how cool would it be? And we may never know the fruits of that, but when people overhear that, they're going to remember it. If I remember some physical therapy, random foot conversation from 4 to 6 months ago, people are going to remember you talking about something that's miles deeper than that. And so just as an encouragement for what I view today, people hear your conversations. People hear the things that you talk about, and the words that come out of your mouth in front of people are going to be what they end up judging you by and connecting you to. And so if I talk about football all the time, they're going to think, man, that's that guy that really loves the Gators. He really loves football. If I talk about Jesus all the time, and if he's all that I think about, and if I wear clothes that represent him and do all this stuff, what are people going to think about? And then if I ever have a foot problem, I promise you, if I ever see that guy, if I ever see him after having a foot problem, the first thing I'm going to say to him is, yo, dog, like, I saw you help this other guy. Like, can we talk about it? Because I know you're a physical therapist, like, and I saw you help him, and I bet he's doing good now. Could you help me? Because I need it too. My goodness, how awesome would it be for us to have gospel-centered conversations all the time, to where people that we didn't even know were hearing them come up to us and say, hey, bro, I saw you, or hey, like, girl, I saw you help this dude, fill in the blank, or girl, I saw you help this girl, homie, I saw you help this, whatever. I saw you help them, and it seemed like you had this confidence, and it seemed like you had met someone who had the right answer. Could you show him to me too? Like, imagine how beautiful that would be if our lives reflected the gospel so much, and our conversations did too, to where people that we weren't even directly trying to influence or impact, we ended up influencing and impacting, and it led to them coming up to us and asking about that. And all that today literally just stemmed from a physical therapist thing that happened 6 months ago, and I saw him today and just couldn't help but instantly think, man, if it's like this with physical therapy, it's got to be like this with Jesus when people talk about him and they overhear it. So as an encouragement to you, people hear your conversations, people remember your conversations, and the stuff you talk about is what they're going to connect you to. So let's live lives to where people cannot detach us from Jesus, and to where we talk about him so much that that's what they attach us to, and they can't look at us and not see him. So just an encouragement. I would do my heart thing, but I can't because I'm holding the phone with my hand over here, but I will do this or this, I guess, whatever. I love y'all. Hope that can encourage you to have gospel-centered conversations. Yeah, peace out, Rainbow Trout.